like bossed up lane switch. And you switched up lame shit. Now to me, you lame bitch. Damn, them tables turn quick. I'm about to stun again.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy NK Rudy coming back to another video of our daily upload challenge in November 2020. We at number 8 right now, man. We on our way to 30, man. We on our way to 30. We trying to get there, you know. And before we really get into what I'm trying to talk about today, man, make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe, man. Yo, share the video with a friend or something. You'll be trying to get to 500 subs, man. We on our way to 500 subs. And the PS5 drops in 4 days, man. 4 days from now. And I'm telling you, at the end of the week that I take off from work, playing the game on PS5, we gonna have 500 subscribers, bro. We gonna have 500 subscribers. You gonna get like 300 plus, because it's like 115. I mean, 500 minus 115 is like something. I'm not trying to do the math right now because that's quick math, but I think it's like 385. I think I need like 385 subscribers till then. But yeah, let's get into this video I'm trying to talk about, man. NBA 2K18 gets a lot of flack for being a very bad 2K game, an NBA 2K game, because you know there's like 2K, WWE, and all that stuff. But we talking about when we say 2K, we just talking about strictly NBA 2K. Everybody know that. And NBA 2K18 deserves to get flack because it was a bad game, but it was not the worst NBA 2K game that came out. And I'm gonna tell you why. NBA 2K18 probably was one of the best 2Ks that came out gameplay wise. And I know there's issues with the gameplay in NBA 2K18. They were blow bys. If you know what that is, it's like if all you do is have to hold R2 and you get the easy animation where you can get by your defender. Like, and it was, especially if you're a slasher too. The blow bys in that game were out of control. The snatchbacks, if you know what a snatchback is, if you're just dribbling at the court or whatever, holding R2, going up the court, and flick the right stick back, you snatch the ball back, and you get caught in the animation if you're a defender. It was very offensive-oriented game, so a lot of animations were bad in the game. And so, like, that gameplay-wise, that's what kind of made it bad. But it was, like, besides those two things, the game was good. And besides, all right, shooting too. Let me get into shooting. The shooting in NBA 2K18 probably wasn't like the best things. I think 2K19 did it better, but NBA 2K18 it shot like it was like it almost kind of like by percentages. That's like the closest thing I could say. But say if you guys watch NBA 2K Live, you probably know about green windows and all that stuff. So in NBA 2K18, there's a green window just like in every other 2K. Like if you release the timing of your shot correctly, you will hit you can get a green. But in NBA 2K19, I think it was if you released it in the green window, there's like a window of like a certain percentage where if you release your shot in between this. In NBA 2K19, I think it was 100% if you release it in the green window. But in NBA 2K18, I can't remember the exact number. I want to say it was like a 60% chance you'll hit green if you got your shot in the green window. So it really didn't reward people who timed their shots correctly because it was really kind of random if you hit that green window and you could hit whites. Like, I don't know what the white percentage was, but if you hit that green window, it was only probably like a 60% chance you'll make this shot. And a lot of you are probably thinking like 60% is a lot, you know, it's more than 50%, it's more than half, but like it really wasn't, you know, like just because it's 60% don't mean it's a lot. If you're timing your shot correctly, you should get to hit the that green window. I mean, if you hit that green window, you should be able to make your shot, bro, because you're timing your shot perfectly fine. And so, and these green windows are very small too. Don't think that they're like 2-second windows where you can get to release a shot. No, these windows are like milliseconds long, like a couple hundred milliseconds, like below. I don't know how many milliseconds are in a second though, but I just say like a 300 millisecond window is like pretty bad for a green window, but like sometimes they could be between like 300 and 700 maybe. I just say that, and so. That was what's kind of bad about shooting. But if you played the NBA 2K game, oh my gosh, if you played NBA 2K18, you know the game ran smoothly. The dribbling was very balanced. They changed the dribbling from going to 2K18, coming from 2K17. It was very good. There was not a lot of OP dribble moves and stuff like that where you couldn't guard. And it was better it was easier to guard playmakers in 2K18. If you remember from like 2K15 to 2K17, Like the dribble moves were like very fast and hard to guard though, and it's like, and I think those games are very more offensive oriented, and so it was hard to guard them as a dribbler. And I'll never forget my friend Jamar J Killer 221, you know him. He be my viz too. He sat his controller down. He was on defense. He kept getting his ankles broken. He couldn't guard the guy he was guarding. So he sat his controller on the down. He sat his controller on the ground and didn't play defense. He just let his guy stay in there. And there was his defender, like his actual my player, was getting his ankles broken still without touching the controller, yo, because the game was so. Still to this day, the game was relied heavily on animations, but the dribble animations were very OP. And so 2K18 definitely toned that down, where people had to learn like the more dribble moves, and like by the end of the cycle, like everybody knew dribble moves. But I think it was way more balanced than coming from NBA 2K17. And so, and if you play the game, like everything doing like behind the bags, crossovers, and like all the it was smooth and it felt nice. The gameplay felt nice. That's what I liked about 2K18. And also remember, in coming from 2K17, NBA 2K18 introduced the neighborhood. In neighborhood, the way this neighborhood was set up was, I didn't like the way this neighborhood was set up, but the concept of the neighborhood was nice. Remember, they went from the park to the neighborhood, and now if you're going to NBA 2K21, it's what is it called? The city. So don't we're not talking about current gen NBA 2K21 versus the beat. No, that doesn't count. NBA 2K21 current gen does not count. We're talking, so we went from the park to the neighborhood to the city. That's tough. And so NBA 2K18, the neighborhood, was a great concept. I just didn't like another thing about was the load times in NBA 2K18. Remember you getting stuck in the subway, yo. If you went to the subway, it took so long for your player to come up through the subway. So that was pretty bad on NBA 2K18. Wow, there's a lot of bad things about NBA 2K18, but I know this is not the worst 2K game out. And also, when you went into your penthouse, the elevator, if you went through the elevator, everybody knows this. I don't know if it happened on Xbox, but I know on PlayStation, your PlayStation turned into a jet engine, bro. It was the loudest thing ever. Like, yo, why? We were like, yo, whose PlayStation is that, yo? I'm like, yo, I'm going to the elevator. Like, oh, okay. And everybody understood because those sounds coming from your PlayStation was crazy. You thought your PS4 would have blown up, man. And NBA 2K18 also introduced. This was like a one-time thing too, because of like I guess like copyright stuff issues and stuff like that from clothing brands. The T-shirt stand, people were able to create their own T-shirts for the park, and I think they were pretty free. I think like the top, like whoever like the top design was, like top 3 designs got voted into make it, and so people were doing like shirts with backpacks on it and stuff like that. They were doing like Louis Vuitton shirts, Gucci shirts, Supreme, all the hype beast stuff and stuff like that, jerseys and stuff like that. And it was a nice introduction into the game. But 2K didn't bring it back to 2K19 because they wasn't trying to get sued for anything and stuff like that. So they left that out. Even though I don't understand, like you could do that in my team and like you Pro-Am too, like you can create jerseys and stuff like that. So it's the same thing. So I really never understood why they took it out of the park but into there. But it's whatever. So that was a pretty cool introduction into the game, and it brought a lot of creativity out of everybody. And I don't think you can just blame 2K18 for this, because this isn't like every 2K now. The advertising, there's a lot of advertisements in NBA 2K18, and I don't think you could skip some of the cutscenes because it had advertisements in them, like Reese's Puffs and stuff like that. And so that was pretty bad in 2K18. But I don't hold 2K18 for that, because it's in every 2K now, like unskippable ads and stuff like that, and like so much monetization in the park and stuff like that. So that's pretty bad. But I'm not gonna hold 2K18 against that. I'm just gonna hold 2K as a whole series in it. Whenever they started introducing those type of ads, I'm gonna hold them as a whole. Another thing that was bad about 2K18 was the park. Well, like the park inside the neighborhood where you got to the park. Like, I hated how you had to go up so many stairs to get to a court. So once you came into the park, there was a you had to go up a staircase. You had to go up a small staircase, and there was 2 courts at the bottom. It was like the in the bottom left was at like the I'll just call it the rookie court because there was no squad spot on the court, and that's where like the rookies usually played at, and easier to go on streaks there too. Then there was the a court right to the right of it where it's like a regular threes court with the squad spot. And if you go up another set of stairs, there are there 2 courts there? I think there's another 2. And if you go up another set of stairs, there was another 2. Or they were on the same floor. I couldn't remember. I think it was because there were 6 threes courts. So I think it was like up another stair, up another stair, up another stair. And you have to go up another set of stairs to get to the 2's court. The 2's court was actually nice because it was like they had like the Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell on and stuff like that, and like legends on it. So it was like a nice customized court. But if you looked at the park overall, it was a lot of gray was going on. It's very bland and stuff like that. And so that was kind of bad about 2K18. You like seeing that all the time. I think they never changed. There was like never any park events besides 2 times rep where they changed the park and made it look nice or whatever like that. So 2K in the park and that reason was kind of, and so like you could hold 2K18 against for that being bad. But I think in 2K18 that they bought out like the best. Like I think 2K18 was a very popular year for a lot of YouTubers and stuff like that. And a lot of people started taking off, man. Especially the content, like seeing the Pro-Am content, like Age's video with his Pro-Am he was doing. Like he barely play Pro-Am now, but those Pro-Am videos he was dropping, bro, they were fire, man. And 2K18, like Pro-Am wasn't introduced in 2K18, but the Jordan Rec was. I think there was regular Rec before, but the Jordan Rec was new. And so, and it being in the neighborhood, and you having the Pro-Am center down on one half the side of the neighborhood, and the Jordan Rec on the other side, that was pretty nice. And like they introduced stores and stuff like that, even though I hated the stores because the load times in the store was crazy too in 2K18. I think 2K18 was just bad for load times overall. Like one of the worst games in load time history. I'll get like, you could hold 2K18 for like being in load times. It was almost like an unfinished product game. And so, at least, but even though it might have been an unfinished product, at least it was new. It was new though. It was new to everybody else, and the concept of the neighborhood was nice, except the shape of the neighborhood was terrible because you had to make your way. It was like an L shape basically, or almost like a U shape basically. You had to walk all the way around if you wanted to get to the park, or if you wanted to go to the subway. It just took long, so it really took long to do both, really, to be honest. Also, later in the cycle, I think around like January or February of 2019, because remember 2K, no, was it 2019? Because 2K18 dropped in 2017, so it was 2018 in like January 2018 or January of 2018 or February 2018. NBA was bringing the 2K League, and remember there was a combine first, and the combine was very fun. I remember I did the combine, yo. Had this nice buzzer beater I had, like one of like my first 3 games I had to win the game 3 contests with 2 people, and I greened it. Oh man, it was crazy. But that like the 2K combine was nice, and they've been doing it every year in 2K now too, but it's been more difficult now since there's like more already people in the league. But the 2K combine was nice, and 2K introduced into that in 2K18, and 2K18 was just a fun game to play. If you were playing a game like with your friends, if you were playing with your friends, it was a fun game, and that's what I like about 2K18. And I know I've been talking about Park a lot too, like the neighborhood and stuff like that. Like there's other game modes too, like my team has always been my team has been like the same thing almost like every year, but I like, bro, in 2K18, like if you're playing with your friends, you having fun. So me and my friend Jamar, the one I mentioned before, will always play what was that game? Maybe it was 2K17 we're playing. I just know that in one of the either 2K17 or 2K18, we were always playing my team together and always going at it head to head, and like that type of stuff is fun. And just playing my team online and stuff like that, or my team on. I don't know what it's called now, but that stuff was always fun. So my team's been a good game mode, and if there were people that play like my GM and my league online and stuff like that, that stuff's been fun too. And so I don't know how bad it was or if they introduced anything new into those ones, but it's almost been like the same thing every year, so I can't really say like 2K18 did it better than 2K whatever, so it really didn't matter. And a lot of people just give like a lot of hate to 2K18, but and it deserves like its hate, because like 2K was bugging on that and they really wasn't listening a lot to the community and stuff like that. But I don't feel that is the worst 2K of all time, even though it has all its problem, all the stuff I just named that was bad about it. That's not the worst 2K of all time. It's not. The worst 2K of all time is NBA 2K20. That game was terrible. I played NBA 2K18 in the beginning. I've been playing 2K for everyone that knows here, so I'm just like, I think I just hopped on a bandwagon and stuff like that, like of playing 2K. I've been playing 2K since I was a kid. I think like probably like some of the first 2Ks I played had to be between 2K5 and 2K8, like somewhere in between there. I remember playing 2K8 because it was on the cover was Kevin Garnett, and so I've been playing 2K for a while. But the first 2K I actually owned was NBA 2K10. That's what I can remember. On PS2, I think I had NBA 2K10 with Kobe on the cover. I can't remember if I had another one before that, but NBA 2K10 is the first one I remember owning on PS2, and I've had every 2K since then. And I started playing 2K online in NBA 2K15, and I played that with my friends in high school. That was probably one of the most fun games I played too. I don't think it's the best, but it's one of the most fun I've had playing because you're playing with friends. And remember, they say your first 2K experience will always probably be your best one because like you play with your friends and stuff like that, and it's your first 2K. And so I just wanted to say that about 2K15. But I've been playing 2K since I was a youngin'. So I played NBA 2K14 on PS3. I didn't have a PS4 at the time when I got that, and so but 2K15 was my first one on PS4 and playing online. And so I didn't get to experience that like the first part in NBA 2K14 when it came out on PS4 and Xbox One. And when NBA 2K20 released, I was actually excited for a new 2K because like I was tired of using my player in NBA 2K19 because I made the wrong build, but I just stuck with it the whole year. And I just did my part, but I was like, bro, I'm ready to go to NBA 2K20. I'm changing my position from point guard to shooting guard because I don't want to run point guard anymore. And I went to NBA 2K20. And at first, like, I was just playing, like, my career and stuff like that. Like grinding my player out, and I got him to 95 very fast. And so, I was playing that, but, like playing with your friends, like, it was, like, and, like, I realized the game was a little bit different, but the reason why I hate 2K20 so bad, and this is really the main reason why, like, it's the gameplay. That's why it's really the bad. It's the worst. It's the gameplay. The gameplay was terrible, and if you can't have fun playing a game, and the gameplay is terrible, that automatically makes you look like one of the worst games already. Like, it was so bad. Like the game, if you played NBA 2K20, like, it felt stiff. Like, just the movement felt stiff. The movement in that game was so bad, it felt like you were playing NBA Live. Like, when it came out on PS4. If you played probably NBA Live from NBA, they had NBA Live 14, 15. I don't know if they came out. No, they came out with a 16 because it was Kyrie, and I think it was Dame after, then Russ. I don't think they released NBA Live 17. I think they had an 18. Maybe a 19. They didn't come out with 20. No, they didn't have a 19 either. So they skipped over 17 and came out with 18. But like in every one of those games, like the dribbling and movement, like just like moving around on the court felt stiff. And that's when 2K was known for not doing that. Like making the motion of the players, like it was like more fluid, and the fluidity of the game was like just smooth. That's what I liked about 2K. But in 2K20, they changed it and they nerfed a lot of the dribble moves too. The dribble moves were just terrible. Like they took out so many dribble moves from NBA 2K19 and NBA 2K20, and they made it very bare bones. And I did not like that. And I'm not even a dribbler, yo. Like I always wanted dribbling to be nerfed too, because like the stuff that dribblers could do in the game was like ridiculous and it wasn't real life and stuff. Like I know it's a game, but some of the stuff was ridiculous and like it was really, you couldn't guard it at any point if you were a defender, if like a dribbler knew what they were doing and they spammed a lot of the dribble moves. But they took out so much that like even the dribble gods couldn't even do anything basically, because there was like only one dribble move to really use, and like they ended up taking that out too. So like it was just very bad, very bad. I think in 2K20, like they might have went up on like more ads that year and stuff like that. I'm not too sure because I stopped playing it. I stopped playing NBA 2K20 because I was so disappointed in the game. I was not having fun playing it. Like even my friends stopped playing it too. I told one of my friends like, "Yo, don't buy it because it's gonna be a waste of money, bro. Like I'm telling you, you're not gonna like it. And you're, because we're not playing, so he's probably not gonna play either. You're not gonna have fun playing by yourself." And like I do give NBA 2K20 credit because they did they added a lot of like stuff to if you play My Career, they added a lot of stuff to the park and stuff like that. They had different events and stuff like that, but that still didn't make up for how bad the game played. And NBA 2K20 was just like, oh my gosh, I hated playing that game. But like also, this is probably, if you're a My Career player, like you're playing park and stuff like that, they did not change the neighborhood going from NBA 2K19 to 2K20. The only thing they changed in there was like the leaves on the tree and stuff like that. They changed throughout the season and stuff like that. And they changed some of the court colors, but that was it. Same neighborhood, same layout, same buildings, everything like that. And remember what Ronnie said?
Like jump to conclusions on what they saw in terms of the neighborhood in this trailer. That's not the neighborhood, but you guys can think whatever you want.
He said all that whole lie, but it was the same neighborhood. But like, y'all can think what y'all want, man. Y'all can think what y'all want. But it was just, I was like, it was almost very disappointing in like one of your favorite games. Like 2K is probably like one of my favorite franchise games. Like I like basketball. So I just like playing basketball games too. And so like to see them do that and like very half-assed game, it was disappointing. And like I'd rather have 2K18 fail at what they did. Like I wouldn't even say they failed, because they introduced something to us. They introduced the park. I mean the new neighborhood to us. Even though it was like man, it felt nice in the beginning, but it kind of like went down at the end. It's because they didn't put much into the game, and so like they improved on it going to 2K19, but 2K20 did not. They did not try. They did not try for that game. I'm telling you, they did not try, bro. They tried in 2K18. They tried, and that's what like I'll take that. I'll take 2K18 because y'all tried, but 2K20, are you serious? That's a game you released. And man, and like even my team, bro, my team, bro, that game was that was probably the worst my team, bro. Probably the worst my team. One, because the gameplay was already trash, so I really couldn't even play that. But the monetization in that game and the lies that were told, they said they put position lock on players, so you couldn't have like run a lot of people running Giannis, Pink Diamond Giannis at point guard, have like Andre Kirilenko at shooting guard in 2K19 if you play my team, and so they were running these tall ass lineups and stuff like that because there's no position caps. But in 2K20, they said, all right, yo, since you guys didn't want to see that, we really didn't want to see that either. We're gonna put position caps, bro. They just started releasing players with who were out of position players. So you could basically run Giannis at point guard. They had a Giannis point guard. Like it was crazy. Like I think they released a Bol, a Galaxy Opal Bol or something like that, or Pink Diamond, whatever, at point guard. Or was it Thon Maker? It was one of them two, bro, at point guard. And I'm like, man, this is out of hand. I'm like, I'm not even playing my team this year, bro. I'm not, because one, the game was already bad, and I'm not like, y'all basically lied to the my team community. And nothing really changed about my league or my gym and stuff like that. Like, nothing really changed about that. But like, the game overall, like, I couldn't play 2K, bro. I couldn't play, and 2K is one of my favorite franchises. And I'm excited about 2K like every year. I wasn't excited about 2K21 coming out on current gen. I wasn't buying it at all. Even though I do have it because I'm game sharing, but I was not buying it. I was waiting for next gen to come out. And I'm excited for next gen. It looks pretty fun. If y'all see my previous videos, go check them out if you haven't. But like, I was in NBA 2K20, like, it was just bad. Like they didn't, like I said, they didn't change anything from my team. I mean, my league or my GM and stuff like that. But like they released, like the product they released was just like not up to my standards or a lot of people's standards. To be honest, they stopped playing 2K. Like everyone said they released 2K 19.5, and to be honest, it was basically 2K 19.5, but it played worse though. How do you release a 0.5 of a game that plays worse? Like that made no sense. Like I said, this is like one of my favorite franchises. I love playing 2K, but I couldn't play because like it was so bad. And for the people that have been playing 2K for years, like 2K's been out for 2 decades, and so there's been people that have been playing for years and stuff like that. So people know that 2K20 was bad. Like a lot of YouTubers I watched like weren't playing it. Like Agent, if y'all watch Agent, he stopped playing 2K. He was rarely uploading 2K20 videos because like the game was that bad. It was that bad, and a lot of people give 2K18 flack for being bad, but like, no, bro, 2K20 was so bad. It was worse. It was worse than 2K18. And I do know some people too that think 2K20 was good, but I'll say this first: the person who was really saying it was my brother, my older brother. He just started playing 2K20 in the park, or 2K in the park. He's always played 2K with me. He's always had like 2K at the same time as me, but he always just played my career. He really never went into the online settings. He went into online in 2K19, but it was at the end of the cycle when 2K20 was about to come out, so he really didn't know. And so he played 2K20 online, and he thought it was good, but like, remember what I said before? Your first 2K online experience is probably going to be one of your most memorable ones and probably your favorite ones. So he really didn't know how the online experience was in the previous ones, from 2K15 to 2K18. Those are my first 4 years in playing 2K15, 16, 17, 18. There you go, 4 years. And so in those 4 years, like, 2K was fun. Like, and like I said, after that, it wasn't my first, like, 2K16. I had more fun playing 2K15, but like 2K16 and 2K17 were basically like copies of each other's too. But 2K20, like, that was his first online experience, and so like, of course he's gonna have fun playing that. But he if he had played the previous ones, he would understand how 2K fell off. Like, they took a big fall. Just playing the game felt bad, and I don't think he never really understood that either. How like your first online experience in the 2K is probably gonna be your favorite. So like, I wish he had experienced the other ones too. And like, he played that game a lot, but I don't want anyone to get it twisted. My game never fell off, bro. I'm still that dude, man. I had just played him the other day in 2K22. I just played him in like a 5v5 blacktop. We played 3 or 4 games, won every one of them, because I'm still that dude in 2K. Don't get it twisted. And just because 2K20 was out and I wasn't playing 2K, I wasn't playing 2K20. I wasn't playing 2K for like probably a couple months actually, but then like, I got tired of not playing like 2K. I'm like, damn, I want to play basketball. So I'm like, yo, I told my promise when I'm from, like, yo, I was trying to go back to 2K19. They're like, yeah. And so we went back to 2K19. It's actually, I don't think I asked, but I was talking about it with someone the other the day before. I'm like, yo, I might go back to 2K19. And one of my boys hit me up like, yo, trying to play 2K19. And I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like, I was just talking about this shit too. So we went back to 2K19. Started playing 2K again. I had fun, man. I made a new build and stuff like that, and just started having fun with it, man. And we started playing Prom again, played Park. I stream online. If you guys caught those streams, man. In 2K, like, it just brought joy back to my home. Like, damn, bro, like, this what 2K was really missing out on this year, and like, they messed up. I wouldn't say they fumbled the bag, because like, they made more money this year, and I think they made 2K20 free at one point with PS Plus if you had that, and so. And there were so many discounts and sales and stuff like that they had. Like, they were trying to, like, they boost their sales doing that. Say, oh, look, we sold more this year, you guys, because y'all had so many sales and you had the PS Plus thing. So, like, don't really count as those, but, like, 2K has been going up just because of popularity and, like, celebrities and athletes promoting games and stuff like that. Dude, like, remember, quantity does not equate to quality. So, yes, y'all had a lot, but the quality of the stuff y'all was putting out was trash. And so, NBA 2K21 came out with a new game. I mean, of course, they came out with a new game, but it was really 2K20.5. And it's funny because, like, 2K20 was 2K19.5 but worse, but 2K21 is 2K20.5. Like, it's like the same look. They just changed the neighborhood to 2K Beach, and it's like, but like, everything, they said the game feels the same. They have the same badges and stuff like that. They didn't really change the badge system or whatever and stuff like that, or the My Player Create system. My GM's the same thing. My Team Online is the same thing, but a little stuff that's a little bit new, because My Team is connected to the new My Team coming out on next gen. But it was basically the same thing. So like, I didn't buy the game 2K21 on Games Here, and I didn't even bother to make a player in 2K20. I'm not wasting my time if it's not going to be connected. If I can't carry over my player from current gen to next gen, I'm not making it. I'm not wasting my time into that. So I didn't even make a player. But like, I've seen the thing, like, they added more dribble moves to the game for 2K21. They added some back, but like, they changed some of the controls, which I really didn't like. Like, I hate when games change controls, bro. Stop changing controls. So they like, one of my favorite moves to do is behind the back. They changed behind the back. It's not like it used to be a flick on the right stick back, but now it's like, I think it's a diagonal flick, and I think so, and that's just weird, bro. I really don't mess with that either. So like, I think the controls gonna be the same. I'm just gonna have to get used to it. Like, I hate when they change controls, but like, that's just something I have to get used to and just adapt to it. But if 2K21 is trash on next gen, I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm gonna have to. That's the only 2K I've been playing. I'm gonna be streaming stuff like that, and so I'm just gonna have to just get used to this stuff, man. Just hope for the best with 2K21. And like I said, like, I can say a couple good things about 2K20, but I can't say a lot, man, because that's how, like, I was just very mad with 2K at that year, and I was just like, man, I can't believe y'all dropped this game, man. But like, we look into the future right now. Like I said, NBA 2K20 drops on November 10th, so it drops in And tomorrow's the 9th, so that means like after tomorrow it drops in 1 day. Wow, that's actually crazy, man. But so 2K drops for 4 days in me because I'm getting on PlayStation 5, and so I will be streaming every day for a week to straight 2K. And I will be uploading videos to it every day for the month of November. So thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe, man. Share the video with a friend. We trying to get to 500 subs, man. Help your boy out, man. This is NK Rudy signing off.
Back up if a nigga act up, then he getting clapped up, y'all. Tell your bitch to back up, she just wanna chill, she just wanna split my pack up, y'all.